how to properly study ICT. The 2022, this is the proper order, okay? This is the definitive order that ends all requests for it, okay? If you have never really studied, or if you are a casual viewer of my YouTube channel and you kind of like cherry pick moves and to certain video series or grab a video off of a suggested timeline from the YouTube algorithm, that's the worst way to do it. Okay, that's the absolute worst way to do it. You need to sit down, number one, and come up with a mission statement. Why would you even want to look at me or anyone else? Why would you want to study? What brought you to me? Okay, so your mission statement needs to be written out in a study journal. What brings value? Where's the value? Where's the source of interest? Where's the proof that there's someone that is worth listening to? Okay. What would a mission statement look like? What would an example be? My goal is to harvest all of the insights that Michael J. Huddleston is divulging to the public in his YouTube videos, in hopes that it will help me form a unique model for trading the market, not markets, a very specific market. So you need to be able to determine what market, what singular market are you going to specialize in. But in your mission statement that is in the first page of your study journal, you don't have a study journal, you need to start one. You need to get one. Because this is where you're going to pour all of your questions and concerns and your fears and your victories, these milestones. What is it you're focusing on? What type of trading are you going to be doing? Are you going to be a scalper intraday? Are you going to be trading daily range, intraday swings? Are you going to be short-term trading? Or are you trading overnight, maybe a few days hold time? Are you going to be swing trading where you're trading for about 2 weeks or so? Are you position trading where you're longer than 2 weeks into several months or even longer? You need to be very specific about what it is you're doing. And every single time, it's going to be monotonous. It's going to feel silly. It's going to feel, I don't need to do this. But every single time you open up that study journal, you read that mission statement. Every single time you sit down with your demo account to practice and study, you read that mission statement. Because it's so easy to get caught up in social media, the competitive nature of who's teaching what, who's better than this. You got to remind yourself what you're doing. Because it's so easy to get caught up in all the drama of your own development and other people. So you need to be able to remind yourself why you're studying, what you're studying, and what the purpose and the end result is. What is that? You're trying to learn how to be consistently profitable in one endeavor, not everything. Okay? You're not here to master everything ICT. That's a number one root cause of failure in my private mentorship group, because they were given all kinds of highly specific details about how algorithmic trading is built, done, and utilized in the marketplace. And it's an invitation for them to decide where they want to focus. Now, everybody watched the 2022 mentorship. You saw how simple that model is. It's very, very simple. Every single model can be made that simple using my content. And the content could be replacing simply the fair value gap with an order block or a breaker, institutional order flow entry drill. Okay. Whatever, or a turtle soup. So you want to spell out exactly what you're trying to form in terms of your model. Now, if you have never seen the 2022 mentorship, you don't know what a model is. You don't know what an example of a model is. Okay. And that's the number one first choice for anyone coming into my fold to study. Or if you were very lazy, okay, and I mean that not in a mean way, but if you come and go and you've been here, you've left, and you tasted other stuff and traded other things, and you just keep coming back. You keep coming back because you know this stuff works. You just can't find a way to make it work for you. And I understand. I have students, like I said, even from 2016, that are still struggling. But I have students from each group that are doing well. It's a personal hindrance that you're bringing into this. So you have to be organized. And we're getting ready to go into a new year. Go through the 2022 mentorship videos once more and only watch one per day. One per day. That's it. Treat it just like that. When you were going to college, you didn't go to that class all day long. Okay. You went in for that time and you were dismissed. And then you had to consider what it is you learned. So 2022 mentorship, that's the absolute very first one, because it gives you a example of what it is. If you studied everything on my channel, you can come to that type of model. Very, very streamlined. You're not bringing everything into the equation. I've said this many times, and I'm repeating it again for those that have ever doubted it. I do not include every possible analysis tool or concept every single time I sit down in front of the charts. I would never get a trade on, because they would be in opposition with one another. There would never be a confluence of all of my tools agreeing with one idea. And I'm not looking at commitment of traders for every single trade. And for intraday, I don't even need it. I'm not looking for every facet or component that I teach to be in agreement for a trade idea. And there is no get right to the point, shorter and more direct than that 2022 mentorship. I swear to God Almighty, if there was an easier way for me to have made it easier, more simple, more right to the point, I absolutely would have done it. But there is no, because there's so many things that you have yet to understand that you're going to encounter, because you can just watch those first couple videos and get the gist of it. But what happens is when you start implementing it, and a suggestion would be using 2022 mentorship model as your mission statement. You want to use that one. You may not settle in on that as your own final resting place for a model of choice or your career. But if you go through the 2022 mentorship and use that as your beginning point, once you go through that and you submit it to what I've outlined in every one of those videos, you're going to see that it requires much more than just simply watching the first couple of videos. You can do very, very well with 1-to-1, 2-to-1, and 3-to-1. But I personally try to teach my students, aim for 5-to-1. Will they always get it? No. Will I always get it? No. So to build that mindset or expectation into students is foolish as a mentor, and I never do that. So I talk about how you're going to lose all the time. You're going to lose money. You learn with me, you're going to lose money. You're going to make money if you do the right things, but that right thing has to be a unique experience for you. You want to go in with your mission statement read every single time before you watch a video. So that way you're reminding yourself, okay, I can talk about a lot of things, and you will be able to filter out the things where I'm talking about other people, because I got to get it off my chest, and reminding everyone that this is really where you're supposed to be finding it from, not watered down versions of it. But then you'll go into harvesting and pulling out the things that the meat. You'll get to what it is, the point. Everybody's saying get to the point. The point is you're getting the stuff that makes you better as a trader, because I've already taught you how to trade. I've taught everybody how to do that. But how do you become a consistently profitable trader? You get that by listening to someone that's endured lots of losing, and the things that I did to stem that and keep it at bay, and also in many ways understand the pitfalls that lead to that. The way I teach, I do it in such a way where I'm filtering people out, and that pisses people off. And I want them to lose their mind initially, because if you're going to lose your mind about me and how I teach, because I know how this is learned, I know how it's taught properly, but I also know there's going to be problem personalities that are going to be problem traders. And the problem traders are going to be the ones that complain and say, oh, you're a fraud. Oh, your shit doesn't work. Oh, you never do this. And oh, you never do that. But 2022, I came out with all the receipts. And now people all around the world are doing it too. So there's no way, absolutely fucking no way anybody can stand anywhere. And I'm ready for it. I'll trade in fucking court. Okay, I will do it. I will bring my fucking shit and I will show everybody. Everybody in there will be fucking watching my YouTube channel. The judge will be fucking subscribed to fucking YouTube. I don't give a fuck. Let's go. But there are people that are not mentally prepared to suffer in their own hands.